Good morning, everybody. I'm kind of bummed out today because the Dodge Viper is broken, but thankfully it's not as bad as you might think. For the astute car enthusiast, do you notice anything wrong with this picture? Anything at all? Something missing, perhaps? If you guess that there's no rearview mirror, you would be correct.
Well, hot dog, we have a wiener!
So yes, indeed, my rearview mirror fell off, and now I gotta fix it. So I did some Google searches and I found that there are two schools of thought. Number one, the car is 23 years old and automotive glue dries out and wears out. Number two is that the Viper has such crazy acceleration power that not only does the frame flex, but the windshield flexes as well, and that over time breaks adhesion. That sounds way cooler than the first, but I'm gonna go with the fact that the Viper is 23 years old and the glue probably is just old, dry, tired, and yeah, so it should be a pretty easy fix. Alright, we're back in the garage. I went to my local car store and I got this stuff. Permatech Complete Repair System Rearview Mirror Adhesive Repair. I've already opened it up. It's got some pretty basic stuff in it. You got these pieces here, adhesive, a prep pad, and some sandpaper. Here are the directions. Mark, clean, take out prep pad, take out adhesive, put adhesive on to button, put button onto window. It does seem pretty straightforward, so I will still therefore most likely screw it up. Okay, the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to mark where the old mirror button sat on the window. I'm going to use some painter's tape to do that. Basically, I'm doing this because once you move or remove this adhesive, you really don't have a reference as to where the mirror ever was. And so, as the instructions tell you to do, I am marking where it was so I can get it right back to its original spot. There we go. The second thing I'm going to do is get this original button out of the mirror because this is what needs to be readhesed to the window. The screw is successfully coming out. I don't know what that means, but I think this is holding the button in place. And no, it doesn't seem to be. Well, I got the screw out, but I think whoever assembled this thing way back in the day also put some of the adhesive inside this casing. And so far I cannot get this thing out. So this is problem number one in terms of this repair process. Alright, so here we are outside in the Viper. I have pulled the Viper out and put it into the sun to hopefully maybe soften this old glue up a bit. And what do you know, it's coming off already. Until I figure out what's going on or how to deal with the whole mirror fastener piece not being able to come out of the main body of the mirror, I'm just going to keep on going down the path of getting everything ready to apply it to the glass. So I got my little razor blade here. Alright. That looks pretty good. I'm gonna just keep going over a little bit. Alright, so, whoops, damn. Alright, so I've got this cleaner and activator wipe here, and I basically open it up, but I don't take it out of the container, which is a little bit tough. There we go. Basically like that. So this cleans the glass, obviously, but also preps it, and then you let it dry for 2 minutes. I'm probably going overboard here, but I'm just paranoid and obsessive, so. messed up because the directions say to do this in a shaded area. I will still therefore most likely screw it up. Between like 50 and 75 degrees or something like that, and it's like 90 degrees in the sun. It's a little cooler in the garage, but I may have screwed it up. In any case, I'm gonna give it a shot. If it fails, then it fails, and I'll go get another kit for like $6 and try it on a cooler day. Worst case scenario, I bring it to the shop and have professionals do it, because I'm not professional. Yeah. All right, I've been doing my best to follow the directions. Cut the tube open, put a dab of this glue on the mirror tab. Julie's sleeping, so I have to be very, very quiet.
Be very, very quiet.
But as I'm sitting here editing this, I realized I completely forgot to record myself cleaning the metal tab in the mirror body. You use the same razor blade you saw me use a few shots ago. You scrape off the old glue, and you take some sandpaper, you sand it down, and then you take some alcohol and you just give it a final little cleaning. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Important step. I'm neurotic. Back to your regularly scheduled YouTube video. And now I'm going to hold it up here for like 30 seconds. It said to hold it in place for 30, then let it sit for another few minutes, but my problem is that this tab doesn't come out of this mirror casing. So I've got all the extra weight to deal with. So I'm just gonna hold this thing in place as long as I possibly can. I've been holding this thing for a few hours now. Just kidding, I've been only holding it for about a few minutes. Actually 10 minutes to be exact. Whew, and it's hot, by the way. So I'm just gonna keep holding it in place. Alright, so you guys wanna see my ridiculous, maybe insane, maybe ingenious prop thing for this? I took my tripod and I gently jammed it in between the mirror and the seat and then extended that neck a little bit. So that's putting pressure on the mirror and basically relieving pressure from the tab. So I don't know, that's kind of the best I got. And the door's gonna shut. Yep. Good news that the tab at least seems to be solidly in place, full contact and all that good stuff. All right. It's been about 2 hours at this point. Here's the moment of truth, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
It seems to be mostly good, but I'm still, super paranoid. I feel like I'm gonna break it, but it's on there. So I'm going to call it good for now. Fingers crossed. Bugs. Get out of here, bugs. Freaking mosquitoes, man. God, I hate mosquitoes. In any case, the sun's going down, it's getting dark, bugs are coming out, and I'm starting to get bit. So I'm gonna head inside, call it a day. But tomorrow, I'm gonna head out on this thing, take it for a test drive, and see how the mirror holds up. So stay tuned. Couldn't tell if it was red or green. All right, you guys, test run number 1. New rear view mirror adhesive. Seems to be holding, but the only real test will be a good acceleration. So we're gonna go up here and do just that. Yep, seems pretty good. Good. Thumbs up. Hopefully it doesn't fall off tomorrow. If you guessed that there's no rear view camera, no, that's not right.